Have you ever wondered if that favourite tomato dish of yours might be causing more harm than good? It might surprise you, but pairing tomatoes with certain foods can actually increase your risk of serious conditions like cancer and dementia. Though tomatoes are packed with nutrients and are celebrated for their health benefits, combining them with the wrong foods can cancel out these advantages. Today, we're diving deep into the science behind this and uncovering the 3 worst and 3 best food combinations with tomatoes to help you maximize their health benefits and ward off serious illnesses. Today's highlight is the tomato, a superfood that Time magazine ranks among the top 10. It's truly a wonder food, loaded with nutrients such as vitamin C, potassium and fiber. Tomatoes are also a rich source of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant. There's even a saying that goes, "When tomatoes turn red, doctors turn pale," suggesting that eating tomatoes can keep you so healthy that you won't need to visit the doctor. But did you know that these health-boosting tomatoes could actually harm your health if paired with certain foods? Let's dig deeper and uncover the truth. We'll explore 3 foods that are the worst to eat with tomatoes, as they can negatively impact your health, and 3 foods that are the best to combine with tomatoes. First off, the worst combination with tomatoes is sugar. Surprised? On hot summer days, it's common to sprinkle sugar on tomatoes, add some ice, and enjoy them as a sweet treat, or even preserve them in sugar. However, sugar and tomatoes are a terrible match. The reason is that sugar diminishes the nutritional value of tomatoes. Even if you're eating tomatoes for their health benefits, adding sugar wipes out those benefits. When we eat, our bodies use vitamin B to break down sugar. So if you sprinkle sugar on tomatoes, it uses up the vitamin B in the tomatoes, leaving less for your body to absorb. Moreover, sugar spikes your blood sugar levels, which is another significant issue. We all know sugar isn't good for us, right? While having a little sugar with your tomatoes occasionally isn't a problem, our diet is about the bigger picture, not just individual foods. The real issue arises when we regularly eat refined carbs and sugary meals, and then top it off with sweet desserts. According to data analysed by the FDA on national sugar consumption, we're already exceeding the recommended amounts in our regular meals. And the habit of eating sweet desserts significantly raises our yearly sugar intake. Frequently consuming sugary foods can even shrink your brain, especially the hippocampus, which is crucial for memory. When your brain shrinks, it impacts functions like reasoning, planning, judgment and memory, significantly increasing the risk of dementia. Besides type 2 diabetes, sugar consumption can also raise your cancer risk. For your health's sake, it's crucial to start cutting back on sugar today. So, how should we enjoy tomatoes? The first recommended pairing with tomatoes is surprisingly salt. It might sound odd. After all, both sugar and salt are often seen as unhealthy and should be limited. But combining tomatoes with a bit of salt can actually be beneficial. Tomatoes are rich in vitamin C, essential for collagen production and cancer prevention. This combination not only protects your health, but also keeps your skin looking youthful and vibrant. However, vitamin C in tomatoes easily oxidizes when exposed to air. Sprinkling salt on the cut surface of tomatoes creates a thin barrier that prevents this oxidation. Concerned about sodium and blood pressure? Tomatoes are high in potassium, which helps lower blood pressure and reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases. When you sprinkle salt on tomatoes, it balances the potassium and sodium levels, leading to a positive effect on cellular and energy metabolism. Additionally, the salt on tomatoes is flushed out by the diuretic effect of potassium, so it doesn't significantly raise blood pressure or cause other side effects. Enjoy your tomatoes without worry. Next, did you know that pairing tomatoes with spinach is a big mistake? You might think that combining vitamin C-rich tomatoes with iron-rich spinach is beneficial, especially if you're dealing with anemia or diabetes, and you'd be partly correct. But for those with weak kidneys, this combination can be harmful. The issue lies in the oxalates found in tomatoes, which can cause calcium to accumulate in the body. When it comes to oxalates, spinach might be the biggest culprit. You may not be familiar with the term, but you probably know that spinach should be blanched in boiling water before eating. When oxalates bind with calcium in the blood, they form tiny, sharp crystals that can accumulate in the body, leading to stones. This can cause muscle pain, reduced muscle strength, and even kidney stones and cancer. Blanching or cooking effectively removes oxalates, so those with weak kidneys should ensure they prepare spinach and tomatoes this way. But there's an even bigger reason not to mix tomatoes and spinach. The iron in spinach can inhibit the absorption of lycopene from tomatoes. Lycopene is the reason tomatoes are hailed as a superfood. It's a powerful antioxidant that reduces oxidative stress and inflammation in the body and helps prevent cancer. Studies show that lycopene has remarkable effects in preventing various cancers, including lung, prostate, breast, and colon cancer. It's also great for vascular health, offering protection against atherosclerosis and cardiovascular diseases. An American medical study found that eating tomatoes with spinach can cut the absorption rate of lycopene in half. So it's best to avoid this combination. Instead of spinach, the second best food to pair with tomatoes is meat, often referred to as the king of proteins. Tomatoes complement all kinds of proteins, including eggs, meat, and tofu. While tomatoes are loaded with vitamins, beta-carotene, lycopene, and minerals, they lack protein. Combining them with high-quality proteins rounds out your nutrient intake perfectly. Among these, meat is particularly recommended. Some might believe that meat is unhealthy, but that's not the case. As we age, incorporating meat into our diet becomes increasingly important due to its protein content. Protein is essential for our body, forming cells, muscles, enzymes, and hormones. A lack of protein can damage your oral health by causing gum recession, lead to hair loss, and impair your immune system's ability to fight off diseases. While beans and tofu are excellent sources of protein, plant-based proteins often lack essential amino acids or contain them in smaller quantities. Animal proteins, like those in meat, are much more easily absorbed by the body, which becomes more important as our digestion weakens with age. Additionally, protein benefits not just the muscles in our body, but also those in our mind. Tryptophan, found in meat, is a precursor to serotonin, the happiness hormone, which is great for fighting depression and supporting mental health. Especially the vitamin B found in pork can boost brain function and prevent dementia. However, there's a caveat. The acidity of meat can be an issue, as body fluids are alkaline. This is where tomatoes, an alkaline food, come in. When eaten with acidic meat, tomatoes aid in protein digestion and reduce stomach pressure, making them an ideal pairing. Plus, the rich fiber content in tomatoes promotes regular digestion and prevents constipation, supporting gastrointestinal health. Finally, the third worst tomato-based food for your health is tomato ketchup. Ketchup is a popular sauce, often paired with fries or processed foods. While these foods are problematic on their own, ketchup makes things worse. Just 1 tablespoon of ketchup contains around 4 grams of sugar, more than in many chocolate snacks. But that's not all. A closer look at ketchup's nutritional content reveals that it's loaded with high fructose corn syrup, salt, artificial colorings, and spices, including various sweeteners and food additives. Some believe that ketchup, because it contains tomatoes, is healthier than other sources, but the tomatoes in ketchup have lost their nutrients due to processing and the addition of various additives. Therefore, the third and final food I recommend combining with tomatoes is olive oil. Here's a useful tip. Tomatoes actually provide more health benefits when cooked rather than eaten raw. Heating tomatoes breaks down their cell walls, making the antioxidant lycopene more soluble. The key here is that you can increase the absorption of lycopene by up to 9 times simply by cooking tomatoes in olive oil. Lycopene is fat-soluble, meaning it's much better absorbed with fat, and olive oil, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, is the perfect partner. Oleic acid in olive oil is a beneficial fat that helps lower bad LDL cholesterol and protect your heart. It also helps raise good HDL cholesterol, keeping your heart and blood vessels healthy. Additionally, the polyphenols in olive oil work in synergy with the lycopene in tomatoes, making this combination a powerful cancer-fighting duo. Tomatoes are unique in that their nutritional benefits change depending on how they're prepared. Eat tomatoes raw for vitamin C or cook them for even more lycopene benefits. Whether you're adding fresh tomatoes to a salad with a bit of olive oil or cooking them, always use olive oil to get the most out of them. So far, we've covered 3 foods that are the worst to pair with tomatoes and 3 that are the best. To summarize, skip the sugar and sprinkle some salt on your tomatoes instead. Rather than combining them with oxalate-rich spinach, opt for protein-rich meat and replace tomato ketchup with cooking in olive oil. I hope that by choosing the right foods to pair with nutrient-rich tomatoes and preparing them well, you'll be able to protect your health. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you found today's guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And please share this video with your loved ones. I'll always be here, wishing you good health and happiness. Thank you.